The January window is now closed and we've been quite busy both with ins and outs, but more importantly, our form is on fire right now. Let's get into it. Let's see how we've got on. Welcome back then guys to the Red Devil Revival, now here today for episode 65 of our Road to Glory series, here with Kai Stoughton on FM21. And as I just said in the intro, the January transfer window has now closed officially. I have run through the entirety of January. We've sold a few players, moved a few players out on loan, and we've got a couple of new names, 4 players to be exact, into the squad. And overall, I'm pretty happy with the business that has been done, but more importantly, our form is really, really good at the moment. Of course, so guys, if you did miss last episode and you want to catch up, see how we got on in the Champions League in our final group stage match up against Celtic, there'll be a link right above me so you go back and see exactly how we did get on in that game. And of course, guys, if you do enjoy today's episode, make sure to chuck a like down onto it. And if you want to keep updated with any more of my content, such as the Red Devil Revival, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring that notification bell to be notified whenever my content here on YouTube goes live. Now then, we're going to get straight into this video today. We of course got a lot of transfer business to run through, quite a few games as well which have taken place, as well as the winter break, all to just cover over in today's episode. And we've also got one game taking place today, that is the German Cup third round match at home up against league strugglers Freiburg. We should hopefully be getting through that, but we know how we often do up against poorer sides. But in terms of transfers, which is where we're going to start off with first of all, we've got a few players coming into the squad later on in the season, a couple coming on free transfers, one including Pietro Pellegrini. He has signed a free transfer, a permanent contract with us, so he will be officially joining us in the summer. But in terms of players who have left the squad, there was a few names who did leave in the January transfer. And you can see here all those players who either went out on permanent deals or out on loan. The first one was Raul Jimenez. I think I may have mentioned that in the last episode. He's now moved back to Mexico for roughly £1 million. It's basically 900k plus a few bonuses here and there. We also sold one of our young central defenders, Jose Gerardo, who is a decent player. You can see him on the screen here. He's 20 years of age. We got him on a free transfer a few years ago, and we've now moved him on to RZ over in the Netherlands for 2.7 million, may rise up to 4. So we've made money on him. I think he's either never played or played maybe once or twice. So he's been on loan practically the whole time he's been here, so never really given him a chance. The other player who went out is Marco Verratti. He has not played at all this season. Because of the improvements we made in the midfield, it made sense for us to move him out. He wasn't very happy because of the fact he wasn't playing, and his lack of physicals was proving to be a detriment here and there. He did all right last season, did the job we needed him to, and maybe giving him the contract to extend was a bit of a mistake, but even so, we've now sold him on. We've got our money back that we paid for him, £2.5 million. We've sold him to a club over in China. I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Schiller Zhuang. I have no idea. I've completely butchered that, I'm sure. But he's now gone off on a permanent deal, gets what the wage bill as well. We've also loaned out Andreas Skretterberg. There is a reason for this. I brought in a new striker, and considering the fact he wasn't playing very well, I wanted to get him out, try and get him some form back into his game. So he's gone on loan over to Charleroi in Belgium, and he's actually done okay since he's been on loan. I think he's played twice, scored 2 goals in the 2 games in which he's played. So hopefully he can do okay. We then sold a couple of youngsters to other German teams. Christopher Kern, who is a young central defender, you can see him now on the screen, gone for 400k. There is a buyback clause, I think about £3 million. I remember right. And also Jurgen Winkler, who was not very good, gone to St. Pauli for 200,000. So a little bit of extra cash here and there. We've also loaned out Christian Oliver back to the club we signed him from Nacional over in Uruguay. We signed him on a free transfer anyway, so he's gone on loan for a small fee, getting a little bit of money in. They're paying all of his wages as well. He wasn't playing very well. He hasn't really settled to life in Germany, so I'm hoping we can loan him out this season, or at least for the rest of this season, and then sell him on in the summer. And then we had 2 other players leaving. Thomas Ordena, another youngster, this time gone over to Nuremberg. He's gone for 300k. Not a great player, to be honest. But one I wasn't overly keen on selling, but Bayer Leverkusen just kept bidding and bidding and bidding, and that was Frederick Arnoux. He has been very much our kind of 4th choice. Centre-back, can also cover at right-back for us. He's German, well, he's Togolese now. He's declared for Togo, but he is a German homegrown player. So I like the fact he was able to fill out that position. But in the end, Bayer Leverkusen offered us 8.25, possibly rising up to 10. I couldn't really turn that down for a guy who's played twice this season, so he has now left. and gone over to Leverkusen. But that is all of our transfers out, and I'm pretty happy with those who have gone. I think it's some pretty decent business. A nice little chunk of money coming, roughly about £20 million or so. Not too bad. We've roughly spent that money as well on new players. So first of all, we had a player who I'd agreed a deal for quite a while ago, Ian Arenas, I'm not too sure how you pronounce it. Basically, he's going to come in as our backup half-back, can also cover as a centre-back, as a right-back, and also in the middle. A very well-rounded player. He's only 19, got a nice chunk of potential, only 775k spent on him. Very much just going to come in. Maybe he'll get into the team. If not, I'm sure we'll make some profit on him later down the line. Then I decided we need to get another German player coming into the team. With Arnu going out, we had to get another homegrown player coming in. And that player was Julian Delaxla, who has been over at Valencia. He's kind of been moving around European football course, starts off at PSG in real life. And he's finally returned to the Bundesliga. He's a very decent player, a very good technical player. Physically, not fantastic, but he comes in for £5 million. It could rise as high as 9, but it's only if he plays 50 games, I think scores 50 goals, which is not going to happen. Valencia are paying most of his wage, so we're only paying him 17.5k, which is good. And he can play both in the middle and slightly further forward if we need him, and even on the wings if ever we need to go to a winger formation. But basically to come in, cover as the advanced playmaker and the Mazzala. So I'm very happy with that. Can also cover as a box-to-box as well if required. He's both-footed, very decent player, homegrown. Really happy with Julian coming in. We then signed, and you might think, what on earth are you doing signing another older striker? I've signed Roberto Firmino, or Bobby Firmino as well. And there is a reason for that, and that's because even at 34 years of age, he's still really bloody good, and his physicals are still there. He still has 11 pace, still has 12 acceleration, and as a deep line forward on attack role, which is where we're going to be playing him, I think he could be absolutely phenomenal. 3.5-star current ability. He comes in on an 18-month contract. We only signed him for £2.3 million because his contract was running out at Ajax. Basically, we agreed a deal to sign him in the summer, and I just clicked the old buy now button and got him on the cheap. But I think he could be a really good player. Of course, can still play advanced forward if needed, so he can do that as well. But I think as that DLF on attack, he's going to be really damn good. So that is Bobby Firmino. And the final player we signed was Morten Forsby from Sampdoria. Much like Firmino, his contract was running out. Been scouting him for absolute age. We eventually got him on deadline day. Comes in for £7.5 million, valued straight away at 20. He comes in as a really good utility man, a very good player for us. I wanted a bit more depth in midfield. This man is going to offer that to us either as the box-to-box. He can play advanced playmaker. He can play as a half-back. He can also play as a right wing-back and even as a left wing-back if needed. So a really good player, very much a Norwegian James Milner, I guess you would call him. But I'm really chuffed with the players who've come in. I think we've strengthened well. We've added some good level of depth to the team, which was missing. And I think we're in a good position going forward. But also, guys, it's not just the transfers which have gone well, in my opinion. It's the league results that have taken place as well. Of course, last episode, it was Celtic and Schalke. We got 2 wins just about in that Schalke game. But we came back after the winter break, and we have got 3 wins from 3. We've got 5 wins on the bounce now. We're unbeaten in something like 10 games as well in competitive fixtures. It's looking very, very good. It really is. We came back, took on Leverkusen at home. A really difficult game, and we won it with a 91st minute winner from Fernando Chimpataz. Really good stuff. We battled really, really hard. Misic was making some good saves in this game, and we got all 3 points. We then took on Leipzig away in a really difficult game. Won that 2-0. Another clean sheet as well. Really good performance. Jamie Lawrence and Chimpataz again with the goals. And then we took on Borussia Mönchengladbach in our most recent fixture and beat them 2-1 at home. A brace from Pellegrini. We went 1-0 down and we battled back in the second half to win this game. Really top performances from us. And in the league, things are looking very good. We sit second, only 2 points behind first place VfB Stuttgart. I have no idea how they're winning. I have no idea how we're second. And then Bayern sit just behind us. So it is very much a possible title race. I think as we get close to the end of the season, we will fall away. Of course, we have to take on the German Cup match today with Freiburg. We've also had our Champions League draw with Man City, which of course will be in the next episode, but that is not what our focus is on today. It is Freiburg at home, and we are lining up as so for our game. I've put in a few rotation options, hoping that we can see some good performances from rotation players. Schultz goes in there, Lawrence and Mosquera at the back. It's in Ludwig at right back. Paul's been playing as a half back today just because Liuzio isn't fully fit. It's in Ganesh in at left back, Amiri, Sekaraka and Draxler playing in midfield, and Firmino and Chimpataz up front. So a lot of rotated players, but I'm hopeful we can get the job done. But let's get into this game. Let's see how we get on and hopefully get a good performance. So if we submit the side then, let's see how we do perform. Of course, we are the home team. Even with those rotated players in and around the squad, we should hopefully be seeing a good showing from us. You can see the Freiburg lineup now. I'm not too sure on barely any of their players. The only one I am sure on is our former right back, Gian San Giovanni. He is at Freiburg and he is playing as right back for them today. So it'll be interesting to see how we do get on up against him. And that team talk went down bloody brilliantly. Everyone looks really good. Bobby Firmino on his debut, Drax on his debut, Forsby on his debut, all looking inspired and motivated. That is what we want to be seeing from our new boys. You can see the recent form there. Fantastic stuff from us. Really, really good bit of form we're on right now. But let's get into this game. Can we come away with a win? We got a very early highlight, literally from the kickoff. It could be a goal inside the first minute or so of the game. It's lumped up the pitch. Forsby wins it. Now Delaxla, Sekaraka, the young 19-year-old who is from Finland. He's actually coming along really nicely, really improving. Hang on, Amiri here. We've got 1-0 up. We're only 20 seconds in. Amiri gets his first ever goal for Kaiserslautern inside 20 seconds of our cup game here with Freiburg. I was saying though about Sekaraka. I'll show you his profile very shortly once we get out of this highlight. But we had some big bids from likes of AC Milan and I want to say Hertha Berlin all came in for him. He's only 19. He's got 5-star potential. We signed him a few seasons ago. He's kind of just been loaned out and in the youth team, just developing very nicely. And yeah, this is him here. Or you can see he's on the screen there. Very, very decent play. We'll see what happens on that highlight there. He has some really good attributes and he looks like a very good player. And I say only 19, a lot of room to still grow into, could become a real hot prospect for us. Maybe one day. Okay, we got at the moment Freiburg on the ball. They had that corner cleared. Nagasawa on this right side. Crosses it in. It's 1-0. Stefan Schultz, of course, not the first choice keeper anymore. And he let that one kind of squirm into the back of the net. Inside the first 4 minutes, we've had 2 goals scored. A very action-packed opening to this game. Not ideal, the fact we've already conceded, but hopefully it's not going to end up being Freiburg's day. A highlight here, Sakaraka with the free kick. He's got very good set pieces. He's put in Lawrence. Not a great header from Lawrence, but Chimpataz does have it. He crosses it again. Again, not a great ball in. Can we get there first? Okay, Forsby, great little sliding challenge there. Lawrence now on the ball. Back to Ludwig. I should be able to recycle this play. Lumps it up to Amiri, who has lost it. I am a little bit concerned. We may be seeing a Freiburg chance then. It's been lumped up. They've won the ball, and indeed it's going to be a chance here for Freiburg. Katuchu over to Nagasawa. This is a side they attacked last time out. Nagasawa hits it. It's dreadful from the Japanese player. I presume he's Japanese, his name not Nagasawa. Very, very poor stuff there from Nagasawa on that right flank. But another highlight. Very, very action-packed. Ganesh throwing Chimpataz to Amiri, who hits it. It's just wide of the post. Very unlucky. That could have been a second goal in this game. Before this game, never scored for the club. And he almost has 2 inside the first half. Another highlight here. Looks like it'll be a dangerous free kick. Will it be Sakaraka stepping up for it? I think it will be. Indeed it is. Is he going to show to us what he's got? Sakaraka hits it. He bloody does. He gets his first goal. This is maybe his first goal ever for us as well. Indeed it is. And it's an absolute bullet free kick. I said about how good he is at set pieces, how good of a player he's becoming. And he's just proved it there. He doesn't even try to move. He's like, I'm not getting that. Absolutely wonderfully taken free kick. We take the lead once again. 2 shots on target, 2 goals. It's all you need in the day. Highlight here, our strikers look quite dangerous. Oh, I was going to say look quite dangerous, but the defenders have now pushed back. Draxler up to Chimpataz Firmino. Not a great ball. He gets it back. Now to Chimpataz. Surely a chance for third. How has he not scored that? Another highlight. This is ridiculous stuff right now. Bobby on the ball. Back to Kylian Ludwig, the right back. Now Amiri. Nice little overlap there. Come on, Ludwig. Can you get the ball in the box? He squares it over to Sakaraka. Back to Ludwig. Come on, mate. Can you cross it in? He doesn't. He goes Sakaraka instead. Now Amiri. Inside to Forsby, who hits it. He scored on his debut. An absolute rocket from the Norwegian international Morten Forsby as the halfback today. Bangs that into the back of the net. Nice assist as well from Sakaraka. Kind of like a no-look pass. I think it was Sakaraka, was it? Or was it Amiri? It may have been Amiri. Yeah, no-look pass to Forsby. Then just smashes it. Keeper has absolutely no chance. It's 3-1. And there's another bloody highlight. What is going on in this game? This is ridiculous how many chances there's been inside the first 45 minutes of this game. Ox on this ball now. Now to Shada. Anana is being blocked by Sekaraka, but it's over to Nagasawa on this right side. I've got so many long names in this team. Freiburg on the right flank now. Are they going to get the ball into the box? They do, and it's over the bar. Surely it's going to be half-time now. There's no time for any more highlights, I would imagine. Indeed, at long last, we're at half-time. It's 3-1. A crazy first half. So many chances to see. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to say you might be winning. Don't let your performance levels drop. Most lads do agree. I'll say to Amiri, because apparently he's doing mobile. I'll say to him, you weren't that bad. I'm going to say to Delaxla and Firmino, I'm not that happy when they haven't done anything. And Mosquera and Lawrence, who haven't really reacted well to that, so they weren't that bad. There we go. Everyone is looking motivated. Let's get out of the second half. I'll be happy if there's no highlights in this half. We'll just see out the 3-1 and just take the win and get into the quarterfinals. I'll be very pleased with that. But as I'm saying it, highlight now. Schultz on the ball from a goal kick. Up to Lawrence, now to Ludwig. Come a chance to build from the back. Bobby Firmino up to Chimpitaz. Of course, he's very pacey. Can he do him? No, he can't. He loses the ball. And Freiburg clear it, but Forsby sweeping up as that half-back. Sekaraka, a very bad ball. I don't know what he was trying there. It was a pretty awful attempt, but we do lose the ball, and Freiburg running down this right flank once again. I do want to take off Ganesh, because he's getting kind of just really beaten every time. And Freiburg score another goal, another cross on that right-hand side. I'm going to make a change then. I'm going to get Hector Franco on the left side, and I'm going to make him a little bit more defensive to try and see if he doesn't get caught out quite as often. It's quite frustrating every single time. All the attacks are coming down that right-hand side. So we need to try and see if we can help out on that side of the pitch. And that highlight, that pass, I don't know who did it, was terrible. Really bad. Highlight, I imagine, is going to fizzle out. Indeed, it does. Very, very dangerous for us currently. I'm almost tempted to go free at the back instead of playing the half-back. I wonder if that might be a better option. A chance to counter-attack from us here. Forsby clears it out the pitch. Bobby Firmino on it now. Come on, Bobby. He loses it. Oh, you should have played that so much sooner. No. Good save, Stefan Schultz. Right, we're going for it at the back. I'm not messing about anymore. We're going to make that change, okay? Forsby is going to change with Delaxla, and I'm going to put Amiri on as the actual Mazzara. We'll put Forsby as the box-to-box. I'm going to pull Draxler into the middle of 3 defenders. We'll get Lidin on in his place, and we'll put him as a cover, but I'll make Mosquera the cover role instead. I think that's a better option for us. We're also going to drop the line ever so slightly because they keep on trying to catch us out over the top. I'm also going to make Sekaraka go more supportive as well. Come on, lads. Let's not throw this game away. We're just noticing too many times they're trying to cross the ball. I almost wonder if we should try and force them inside. In fact, I think I might actually do that. Let's actually do that now. Let's not wait around. We're going to force the opponents inside instead. I just cancelled that. That's really well done there, Luke. Oh, my days. I'm clicking all the wrong buttons now. What am I doing? Right, force opponents inside. Come on, this has been an incredibly long match right now. It really, really has been. But we're getting towards the latter stages of it. There's a highlight. Dangerous free... Oh, no, I thought it was going to be a free kick or corner, but it's actually a goal kick. Okay, Schultz lumps it up to Amiri here. Now Sekaraka. Lovely pinged ball over the top. Bobby Firmino breaking the offside trap. Oh, he's taking too long, but Firmino anyway. He scores. It doesn't matter. He gets a goal on his debut too. It's 4-2 to Kaiserslautern. An absolutely ridiculous game. We're going to go cautious. We're going to go time wasting and be more disciplined as a result. Surely we can't throw this away now. We've played so well. We really, really have done. If we don't come away with the win, I'm going to be absolutely fuming. We're going to make our final substitution as well, just to waste a bit of time. Ludwig's going to come off for Nico Williams. I'm going to get Williams going more defensive as well. Tell Amiri to go more supportive. And tell Bobby Firmino to go more supportive as well. Come on, lads. Let's see this game out now. Let's not to screw this up. Into the last few minutes we go. Into stoppage time now. Are we going to come away with a win? There's a highlight in the 92nd minute. If Freiburg score, it's going to be a very nervy ending, that's for sure. Okay, Williams wins the header. It should be our ball, I would hope. Amiri now. Come on, don't screw this up. Amiri, Franco, good stuff. Just keep the ball. Just be careful with it. No need to be stupid when using the ball. Lawrence now over to Nico Williams. Looking like we're just trying to see the clock out now, which I'm all for. Most definitely am. Williams to Firmino, Sekaraka. Another great ball by him. Chumpitaz. Not quite going to get there. I'm just going to tell the lads to go full on time wasting as well. To lower the tempo and to stop passing space. Surely this game has got to be finishing in our favour. They've got to get 2 goals inside 60 seconds. I mean, I can't see him doing it. Forsby here. Come on. To Chumpitaz to just kill the game off. It's not. It's been a great save from the Freiburg keeper. That, though, surely must be the end of the game. I've said that so many times now, but it must be. It's the final minute of stoppage time. It's a corner for us. Amiri with it. He's taking his time, which I'm all for, to be honest with you. And he's finally taken it. He's put it in. And Firmino anyway, he gets a second. It's 5-2. Oh my days, this game's been absolutely ridiculous. But I do not care one bit. We've got the win at long last. It took us to get 5 goals to finally just kill Freiburg off. But it's happened. And we are going through to the next round of the German Cup. Really good performance from our lads. Yeah, a few issues here and there defensively. We got caught out on that right flank time and time again, but we kind of eventually solved the issue. And we go through to the next round. I've just seen as well, St. Pauli from the second Bundesliga have knocked out Bayern Munich, and Leverkusen got knocked out by Augsburg as well. So 2 big teams there going out of the competition. That is very, very good news for us. Indeed. We go into the quarterfinal. We're not going to know as of yet who we're going to be drawn against. But for the schedule though, guys, we of course be coming back next episode for the Manchester City Champions League first knockout, first leg. It will be for this game. It'll probably be our first game of the episode, and then we'll take on Hoffenheim as well. But of course, guys, that will all be coming in next episode. Overall though, guys, that brings this video today to a close, and really good stuff. Some really good transfer business and an absolutely ridiculous 7-goal thriller in the German Cup. I've got no idea quite how that game was just quite so busy, considering how all the previous games won in the league, we were very, very quiet. I guess we were playing a few rotated players, so maybe that was the reason why. But even so, going forward, we were fantastic. 5 goals, a brace from debutant Firmino, a goal for debutant Forsby, and first goals ever for Kaiserslautern, Miri and Sekunaka. Really good stuff, really chuffed with that. Hopefully, guys, well, you really enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure to chuck a like down onto it. And if you want to keep out any more of my content, such as the Red Dead Revival, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring that notification bell to be notified when my content here on YouTube goes live. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.